Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. John Boyega was shafted in the Disney Star Wars sequels. Uh-oh. Why they shafted my brother man from another continent? Now everyone is finally seeing it. I wonder what took them so long. Oh yeah, because it's dealing with a brother. Yeah, right. There's been a great disturbance in the force. Journalists and Twitter users who once called Disney Star Wars sequel detractors such things as racist and homophobes and alt-right Nazis and most laughable Russian bots are now echoing complaints that much of the fandom has voiced since The Last Jedi. One of those complaints was that John Boyega's character of Finn was set up to be the co-lead and a possible Jedi in training in The Force Awakens, only to be sidelined by Rian Johnson in The Last Jedi and further relegated to sidekick status in The Rise of Skywalker. We'd hoped that the Disney Star Wars sequel trilogy would have given us a conflicted former stormtrooper trained up as a Jedi alongside Rey, with a proper in-character Luke Skywalker guiding them both. That isn't what happened. Now that race has become such a hot issue over the past year and that John Boyega spoke out about the shoddy treatment of Finn, the topic of why Disney utterly wasted this character is front and center. For this Star Wars sequel detractor, it feels like it took the rest of you enough damn time to catch up. Many in what has been termed the fandom menace by the media have been saying this for years. So it's both validating and frustrating to see everyone else call this out now after how much vitriol Disney Star Wars detractors have faced for saying the very same things. Now, even more frustrating is that what seemed to spark this discussion was a Star Wars Twitter account post on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Lucasfilms made a post about Dr. King the day after completely ignoring the birthday of legendary black actor and voice of Darth Vader, James Earl Jones. The media is running with the narratives that the alt-right fans are mad because Lucasfilms acknowledged Kelly Mary Tran on their shared birthday. But the truth is that Jones was seemingly forgotten on his 90th birthday by the official Star Wars account the day before MLK Day. Remember, kids, not only was Finn completely sidelined in The Last Jedi, but his image was reduced on the Chinese movie poster as the word on the street. Given that The Rise of Skywalker landed with a thud, both critically and commercially, it would appear that Disney's failure with Star Wars sequel trilogy is not complete. Is it any wonder why they seem to be sidestepping the sequels and focusing all their efforts on The Mandalorian? Welcome to the Phantom Menace, people. Now, white people never gonna understand. I'm telling you, they never gonna understand. They're dumb. All right, now I said this from the beginning that Disney and all of these media people, they're racist and they're going to continue being racist. And we have to understand as people, this is how it's going to be. When I watched The Jedi, I was under the assumption that John Boyega was going to be the lead character and a Jedi from watching the trailers and seeing him with the saber. To me, that was just a ploy to get black people to come to the movies like they always do. They love basically scamming us. They love scamming us. And to me, he should have had a bigger part in the movie. To me, Rey was not good. Rey was terrible. Ray was not a good lead actress to me. I would have had the story revolving around Finn and Ray be the supporting actress. But they're not going to do that because you know why? She's white. You people got to understand racism and prejudice is going to continue forever because that's what they are. In China, they're definitely racist because they treat black Asians, because there are such things as black Asians, you know, people that are black, or we call them blackanese, whether they're Japanese or Chinese, they're treated very disrespectfully. They are. And that's how it is. And that's what I'm saying. And there have been reports that they even eat black people in China. You hear me? They're eating black people. But that's another story. I'm gonna do that one later for you. So the thing is, Lucasfilms has always done this. Star Wars has always painted the black guy as the bad guy, or painted them as the villain, or a scammer, or a shyster, or they would have them be a little bit feminine or homosexual, as we could say. So LGBT, don't come destroy me. I'm just speaking facts. I'm speaking facts, okay? Don't kill me. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just saying, let's not go crazy here. But this is the truth. And we have to wake up and smell the coffee. And I know that's a lame saying, or that's a basic saying, but it's the truth. You guys have to wake up. I've woken up. I've woken up so long ago, man. I'm sometimes I just be walking around daydreaming. I don't woke up so much. But the thing is this: you have to pay attention to the big picture. And I keep saying this. People are like, why you keep saying the big picture? Because you're not looking at it. You're just looking at the lines or the specks in the picture. You're not looking at the picture for its total or for the whole it is. John Boyega, they treated him like crap. And this is also from Sino. He also said that John Boyega lost the script, which also makes us look bad as well. So John Boyega, like I said, I give him 20 or 30% of the blame, and I give Lucasfilm 70 or 80% of the blame. Because they didn't really make him, they didn't really elaborate on what he was. To me, I would have made him the Jedi. Because you could have played off of a story. Oh, this the son of Mace Windu or something like that. It's like you could have did something like that. But to me, you guys wanted to go with this lame story about Rey, and then Rise of Skywalker was so trash. It was like, oh gosh, they like, oh, but it made billions. I don't care if it made 2 billion. That movie was trash. The Emperor saved the movie. Seeing the Emperor again just saved the movie. But to me, why did you need Kylo Ren? And then this is what kills me. This is why I didn't like it. You had Kylo Ren without his mask on. You should have let him keep his mask on from 1 to 3. Like the Mandalorian got it right. He only took his mask off twice. That was when he was about to die and he got healed, and then the other time was when he was in the station and he had to get the information on the Death Star, or whatever it was, so they could find Gideon, Moff Gideon. And then the third time was at the end when he sent Baby Yoda off with Luke. So this is what I'm trying to explain to you. Star Wars has always been that way. Disney in general, the main guy they named Disney after, he played with children. He was a pedophile. Allegedly. I'm going to say that so they don't come strike my account. But that's what he was. He played with boys. So, and they said he was racist. He was very racist. A lot of these old guys or people who have family businesses who last for years, of course they're racist and jealous and prejudiced. You really thought they was gonna make the black guy the lead guy? Come on, dog. No. So to me, is misleading, and to me, to not honor James Earl Jones on his birthday? Are you serious? Do you know how bad that make you guys look? But they don't care because they're making all this money and stuff. They're making all this money and we're an afterthought. I'm gonna read some comments here for Twitter. This was by Clownfish TV. They reposted it. They requoted a guy named Okiro. But they said, literally been saying this for years, but the media kept doubling down on defending The Last Jedi, the movie that sidelined Finn as just a goofy sidekick. I agree. Okiro at the first Okiro wrote, John Boyega's Finn was set up as the male lead and co-protagonist of the sequel trilogy. That's not an opinion. That's not a headcanon. That's a literally fact. He was set up to be equal with Rey and Kylo's foil, and we all know why that changed. And let's see. Okay, here's another one. This is from comicbook.com. To say that fans were disappointed with Finn's trajectory would be a bit of an understatement, as many thought that the storytelling opportunities that were presented in The Force Awakens, as well as Boyega's acting talents, were squandered as his character was sidelined. Fans aren't the only ones who were frustrated, as Boyega himself has vented his frustrations about not only his character's treatment on screen, but also his own treatment on set and during promotional campaigns ahead of the release of the films. And Star Wars basically put out a statement. You know they're not going to put out a video or talking. They want to put out a statement because, see, they put out a statement, it basically doesn't tie them to it. We stand against racism. We stand for inclusion. We stand with our fellow black employees, storytellers, creators, and the entire black community. We must unite and speak out. And here go Pimp Master Broda at Pimp Master Yoda 1. You really gonna say that after letting China cut Finn out of the Force Awakens poster, then gradually reduce his importance in the films to nearly nothing? And then Star Wars basically put out a statement on Martin Luther King Jr. There comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe nor politic nor popular, but he must take it because conscience tells him it is right. Wow, Star Wars is just looking bad. And Okiro at the first Okiro put, remember when you racially sidelined John Boyega? Yeah, all us black fans remember. And basically, John Boyega is on GQ. I don't know how he made that. Well, yeah, I know why. But and then Osiophile put, it won't take, and it's not merely the lack of nostalgia, it's also the liberal undertones of Star Wars and the fact that while it used to be the franchise, now it's merely just another franchise. And on a poster, they show, and this is from Oliver Gia at Oliver Gia 1014. They shrunk Finn on the Chinese poster of Force Awakens 2. It's just not the kind of movie that China is going to promote. Let's see. And the other one where the Osiophile, that's also at Oliver Gia 1014 as well. So, like I said, it's obvious what they did. You know, and then it's funny to me because white people are the main people who say don't use the race card, but I tell them, well, don't use your white privilege. When you stop using your white privilege, we'll stop using the race card. How about that? Let's do that. And now the thing is, Ray was terrible. Now this white guy trying to say he's racist. That's what I'm saying. White people are in a box. They don't understand because they don't go through it. When white people go through something, that's when they actually step up to the plate. That's when they step up to the plate. They never step up to the plate unless it affects them. And that's been the problem. That's been the problem a lot with white people in pink America. Like they do not, or pink all over the world, they do not know how to have compassion for other races' feelings. And this is the problem with them. John Boyega is right. You should have made him the main character, or if you weren't going to make him the main character, you should have gave him a bigger part. Last Jedi, like the way you were going, it was fine. And in Rise of Skywalker, you just reduced him to nothing. You made it all about Rey, when Star Wars has always been about every character. In the old films of Star Wars, every character mattered. Luke, Hans, Leia, Chewie, R2D2. And I forgot the other machine name, man. Hold on. What's his name? Oh man. Oh yeah, and C3PO. Yeah, man, I can't believe I forgot that. And C3PO played a big part. And you basically just destroyed that in these trilogies. You made it all about Rey when you didn't have to. After The Last Jedi, you should have made it you should have made it better. You should have had it. We should have focused on Finn with the Asian woman. I don't know if she's Chinese or Vietnamese. I don't want to mess her up because that's disrespectful if you call one or the other the same. The Asian the Asian woman, beautiful woman, and they should have had her and Finn character, and then they should have went with Rey and then Poe, Dameron Poe. I wanted to see how that played out. And J.J. Abrams destroyed it. I don't like J.J. Abrams. I didn't like what he did to my Star Trek. I still want to choke him for what he did to Star Trek. How do you make Spock the lead guy when it's always been about Kirk? That's when I just stopped. Now he made something. I think he did Super 8, or that was either. Yeah, I think that was him and Steven Spielberg worked together. Super 8 was straight. But listen, I may have got that wrong. Don't quote me on that. They're never going to change unless you force them to change. People have got to stop supporting these people, especially the black community. We have got to stop supporting them and show them how much our black dollar means. And then they will make change. And if they don't want to make change, let's make our own stuff. And I'm not saying make something just like Star Wars, but make our own thing, make our own characters. That's what black people understand. We have the power to create our own stuff. Yes, it will be messed with by the bigger corporations, but if we support it as a family, as people, it could go far. If we get other minorities to step in, there's other white people who will step in. Not all white people think like this. Not all white people are bad. It's just, to me, the most of them are, but not some of them. I believe it's 80%, almost 90, and it's like 20 or that 10 or 20%. They're cool, but we need more than that. So let me know what you think, man. Do you think John Boyega makes a great point? And the fans, do they make a great point, or do you just think John Boyega is complaining? Let me know in the comment section. And we're out. Deezy.